everyone. Welcome to another edition of Sarah Speaks, your go-to podcast for business, leadership, motivation, and transformation. As part of our Winning Big in 2025 series, today we'll be talking about a fundamental path of winning big in 2025. And that is knowing your why and discovering your purpose. Have you ever felt stuck, unmotivated, unsure of your next step? Many people go through life not knowing what their next step will be, not knowing why they do what they do. Why do you wake up every morning? Why do you go to work? Why are you running your business? It's always good to define and know your why, because it keeps you motivated. It keeps you going even when the road seems tough. It keeps you motivated to take the next step. Even when your legs are feeling heavy and you feel, oh, there is nothing I can do anymore. Knowing why you do what you do gives you the energy to just keep moving. In this episode, we will be discussing the importance of your why, how to discover and know your why, and how to run with it. By the end of today's episode, you will have a greater clarity on how to define your why and how to implement it for success. Not just for today, but for the future. Because knowing your why is not just for today. It keeps you anchored. It keeps you going in the right direction. It keeps you able to set your sail on the right course. Because you know where you are headed, you are able to find your way there. What does it mean to know your why? You see, my late father used to tell us when we were growing up. He says, if you do not know where you are going, you will never be able to find your way there. So you see people saying, I just feel lost. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going to. Their why is not clearly defined. When you clearly define your why, you do not get lost in the middle of the road, because you know your goal, you know your destination. Even if the strategies you have developed fail in the middle of the way, you are able to re-strategize, you are able to plan again, you are able to come up with a new way to find your destination, because you have an address, you know where you are going. And it's the same thing with your why. If you do not know what your why is, you will never be able to find your way to accomplish, because there is no clear definition of what the goals are. Your why is your core motivation. It is the power behind your dreams. It is the power that fuels action. And I will tell you about a few people that have found their why, and they have changed the course of history. Warren Buffett, he is clear about what his why is. His why is that he wants to invest for long-term success. And he indeed has succeeded through investing and investment. He was not investing for today, he was investing for the future. And it paid off in the long run, because he knew his destination, he knew his why. He wasn't buying short-term stocks. He wasn't putting his money into the money market to make short-term gains. He was investing for the long term, and he accomplished his purpose. Let's talk about Steve Jobs, who knew and clearly defined his why. And his why was to disrupt, to challenge the status quo, make life easier for people using technology. And man, did he succeed. He succeeded because he knew his why. He was able to develop products that challenged the status quo, that put power in the hands of the common man. And thus, Apple, iPhone, iPad, iTunes has become a household name. He defined his why. If we come locally, follower of Shoa Lakija, today we talk about her because her why was clearly defined. She wanted to be the best in her trade. At that point, her trade was in the fashion industry. And because she was the best, she had access to the echelons of power in society. And that has defined her path and led her to where she is today. So I will ask you again, what is your why? You know, there is power in knowing your why. People are constantly chasing power. They are constantly chasing success. They are constantly chasing achievements. They are constantly chasing recognition. To what end? After you have achieved it all, to what end? what is the goal? What is the purpose of all of the effort you are putting into your business or career? It all boils down to being able to define your why and pursue it. It keeps you motivated. It gives you the energy to keep going. And it enables you to see a picture that is bigger than yourself and the effort you can bring to the table. It energizes you to carry people along, to impact lives, because you know that by impacting these lives, by carrying these people along, by using my light to light other people's lights, I am indeed pursuing my why and achieving my vision. Simon Sinek, the author of Discovering Your Why, says that people don't patronize you for your goods and services. They patronize you for your why. So until you are able to define your why and use it to motivate yourself and the people around you, success could actually be an illusion. I said could because there are a few people who, despite not having clarity on their whys, have been able to go ahead and succeed because in moving forward, they were discovering themselves. But to a large extent, for people who don't define their why, they are unable to achieve an objective or achieve success because they were unable to see a clear pathway to achieving their objective because there was no objective defined. So, how do you discover your why? How? I said discover your why, discover your why. Say, waiting, what is she talking about? How do I discover my why? Anyway, I'll just give you 3 simple steps to discovering your why. 3 simple steps. 1, reflect on your passion. What activities make you alive? What are the hobbies that you do that just brings joy to your heart, that brings a spring to your step, that puts a twinkle in your eye? Look for those kind of activities, identify it, and find a way to monetize it. 2, look at your life's experiences. What experiences have shaped you? What are those things you've done over and over again? You've done it before, you've gone back to do it again. Our purpose is usually connected to the lessons we have learned through our struggles. Identify your life lessons and see how you can use it to achieve your purpose. 3 is that identify the impact you want to make. Do you want to make an impact in this generation, in the future generation? For me, I want to grow ethical leaders of the future. I want to impact the next generation for good. And it enables me design activity, design products, design services that will enable me achieve my aim. So what impact do you want to make? That will drive the way you design your portfolio. At the end of the day, look for a common thread. What connects these 3 dots? If you are able to find a common denominator, a connector of your 3 dots, what connects your strengths, your passions, and the impact you want to make, there you have it. That connector is your passion. That connector is your why. Pursue it and just see how you will succeed. Have a fulfilled, happy life and be resilient in the face of challenges. That connector is the place where you find your why. Ask yourself, if I have unlimited resources today, what would make me happy? What would I do with it? What would I pursue with it? And just go ahead and pursue that passion. Start that business. Do that thing because it will keep you motivated. It will keep you energized for the long term, not just for today, but for tomorrow and for the future. So here's the challenge. Take 10 minutes today. Reflect on your why. Discover those 3 things. Find that connector of your passion, your impact, and your past experiences. And when you find that connection, begin to run with it. Begin to implement it. Begin to make the sacrifices. Do what it takes. Because therein lies your calling. Therein lies your purpose. Therein lies your why. Therein lies fulfillment, motivation, peace, and joy. It's your calling. Run with it. If you liked today's podcast, if you learned something new, if you've actually understood what your why is and how to connect with it, please share our videos. Tell a friend about us. Subscribe to our channel. Align with your purpose in life. And let's keep, you got it, winning together in 2025. Until next time, keep winning, keep learning, keep moving, keep pushing, and most especially, never give up. Success is around the corner. Thank you very much.